Hello, I'm Frank Hanaway, and welcome to Big Journey, Small Steps. I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks, and it looks like right now, once every 2 weeks is about what I can handle. So I guess that's where we're going to keep it for a while. Mom is making incredible progress. It's really amazing. She's physically come back really strong. She's healthy. She's happy. She can actually get up and walk some on her own, which we're trying to keep her from walking on her own unless there's somebody there. But if you've worked with Alzheimer's patients, it's very, very, very difficult to get certain ideas in their head. But anyway, she's happy, healthy. We had a bed again at a small assisted living facility, and they thought someone was at end of life, and that person recovered. And that's kind of the name of the game in elder care. I mean, that happens. You know, they're trying to get ready. Anyway, we're going to wait until we have the ideal place for her, at least wait as long as we can. So I thought today, one of my friends said I should talk about this, and I've talked a little bit about it before, about taking care of myself, and that people always tell me at the end of every conversation, be sure you're taking care of yourself. And I'm not quite sure always what they mean by that. But I've heard it enough that I actually started thinking about it, and I thought, I just assume that I am, but it's pretty important to make sure that I do. So let me tell you what I do. So I get 8 hours of sleep a night, 7 minimum. I normally go to bed at 9 o'clock. I get up at 5 because I have a lot to do early in the morning, and I'm really a morning person. I didn't used to be. I used to work in nightclubs. I used to work in theater. I used to work till almost the time I get up now. So I don't know what happened. It started in my 40s, and by now I'm just totally a morning person. I love it. I love the coolness. I love the quiet. So I get up at 5, and I've had a good night's sleep. I make sure that I have. I eat nutritious food during the day. I don't eat any fast food. I can't really, because I'm a vegetarian. It's really hard to get fast food vegetarian. If you know of a place, please don't share it with me, because it's important that I fix meals that are nutritious and eat them, and I do that. I exercise every day because I walk the dog for 30 minutes in the morning, and I walk her again in the evening. And so that's making sure that, that's a minimum amount of exercise for a human, and probably for my dog too, but we get it done. And the primary thing that I do that's really helping me to take care of myself is meditate, which I've talked about at great length. And it isn't restful, and it isn't peaceful. It's hard work, but it really does prepare me for the day, because what I do in meditation is train my mind to listen to me rather than me listen to my mind. Rather than my mind just run amok and think about what it wants to. It's really important now that I don't get lost in the minutia of everything, or I don't let anger creep in that's really, I'm learning more and more, never necessary. So I do those things every day. I do have fun sometimes. The one thing I have to really watch is I have to make sure that I spend some time with and talk to adult friends, because otherwise I get kind of lost in the world of Alzheimer's and geriatrics. And on Fridays I do a sing-along at a center for educationally handicapped citizens. So I'm not around my peers a lot unless I make an effort to do that. And even at rehab, when I am talking to other adults, we're talking about my mother. That's what we're all working towards. That's who the focus of our attention is. So anyway, I am taking care of myself. It's interesting for me because when I put these things down in video, it's like writing it down, but it's even better because I've put it out there in the world and I've said I'm going to do this. I am doing it, by the way. I'm not fudging. I'm not saying I'm doing it wishing I were doing it. I am doing it, but I want to continue to do it. It's really important that I put my money where my mouth is. So, because otherwise I'll end up sick. And when I got bronchitis, I was run down because there were things that came up I couldn't avoid. There were times that I got overly tired. When my mother went to the hospital, it had to be me that was with her. She would have been very disoriented and anxious, and even with Janet, our sitter, whom she loves very much, it needed to be me. I had to sign the paperwork. I had to make medical decisions, bang, 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 one after another. I know her whole medical history. I know not to treat her blood pressure if it's 150 over 80, because she'll tank and it'll drop down to 90 over 30 or something ridiculous. So I know a lot of things about her and about her care that have to come from me, and you can't do it over the phone sometimes. So I did get run down. I did get sick, took care of myself, called in help, called my friend from Atlanta to come down, and then after that, just my other dear friend Peggy just left. She came down for a few days, and we did grown-up things. We went and spent time with my mother, but we went to Hamburger Mary's one night. I'll put a picture up here somewhere so you can see it. I had a great time. We cooked meals together. We talked. Her parents are aging, and we talked about her situation. We talked about her kids. All those things just sort of normalize my life. And today I feel really strong. I've been in a lot of pain lately. I'm trying some new pain management techniques, and that seems to be working pretty well. There's not a lot I can do about it, and it's not horrible yet. I think sometimes I get a little concerned that it's just suddenly going to turn horrible. It has been bad before. I hear stories from people. Mine's never been, totally crippling, and I'm trying to avoid that by all those other things I'm doing. So anyway, that's all I got for you today. I really appreciate your love and support. I appreciate you spending time with me. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you today, as always, peace and joy.